Woo.
Yeah.
Who else do we have online? Do we have? We have like several people.
Oh yeah, Hannah showed up. That's great.
Oh, yeah,
Hannah's here. Wow. Look at me doing work. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So welcome everybody to our February meeting for LISSA.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I got a lot going on.
We have a lot of stuff that we want to talk about tonight, and I know it's late, so we're going to try to get everything done and kind of try to stay on task and talk about everything we can. So I tried to put everything on the agenda that I could think of. If anyone has anything that they forgot, let me know. And did I send? Oh, can we share the? Do we need to share the agenda on the chat? Do you think, or in the? I can put. Can you put the link to it? Do you have
the Google Doc?
Yeah. Do you have the Google Doc?
I can get it.
And maybe just drop that in case you want to look at it on the Google Doc. So you'll get the anyway. So the first thing we have tonight, we have Martin Halbert. He was here with us in November. Oh, microphone, sorry. He is the Dean of University Libraries at UNCG, and he was here with us in November. He's going to talk to us again about, I think, some internship opportunities opening up at Jackson Library.
You've got a very busy schedule, so I'll try to be quick. Thank you for having me back, folks. It's great to see you again. I really appreciate the chance to chat with you. Let me say the general point is I especially worked a lot with library school students in my previous position as a dean in Texas of a library. And I found that really a very valuable partnership, to offer students opportunities for working, learning things, and getting involved in projects. So I would very much like to do more of that with you guys. So that's part of what I came here tonight to brainstorm a little bit about process with engaging with you and students that obviously are in Greensboro or located, locally that could work on local projects. A couple of these sorts of opportunities that are coming up. One is prospective, involved in an IMLS grant application that we have in. We got through the first round of reviews and they invited us back for full application. This is around a program that we're calling the Library Diversity Institutes program, where, just real briefly, the ACRL Diversity Alliance is a group in college and research libraries that where diversity residents, in other words, newly graduated library school students, go to get experience in residencies. Well, this is actually a program to provide a cohort model for all of those diversity residents nationally. And if we get this award, it'll be a big deal for UNCG and also an opportunity for a student employee, a person to work as a fellow or an intern in coordinating on this program. It would be a 18-month appointment, so and probably about a half-time sort of level position. So I think it would be a great opportunity for folks. And as much as anything, I want to figure out a way of prospectively, well, we used to do this at my previous place where we would bring in library folks that had positions and kind of do the equivalent of speed dating, with students on the positions, sort of, quickly go through, let people know about the different positions that might be available and to get a sense of their level of interest or aptitude for it. Another position is associated with another thing that is happening for sure, and I can give you guys a preview of this. It hasn't been even generally announced yet. And it's kind of a long story, so let me see if I can boil it down. There is, you can do screen sharing on this thing, right? Pull up, if you would, a web browser and go to, the URL is www.coalition2advancedlearning, all one word, .org. Long URL, yeah. And if you get that up, yep, can you share that image with everybody? Thank you, whoever typed that in. This is a multi-year. This was a series of multi-year projects that, again, IMLS funded to try to develop a alignment between different leadership, professional development, and continuing education programs nationally in the United States, not only among libraries, but also archives and museums. And at the conclusion of that initial set of projects, there was a call issued for a hosting partner, and UNCG put in a bid, and we were selected. So we are now the host of this organization, and that will mean a whole variety of different programs and things are going to be starting up here through UNCG. Saliently, for this thing that I'm talking about with you tonight, I want to hire or offer some kind of a fellowship, again, to a library school student that would work on this program. I'm thinking of these being annual appointments, and I think it'll be, again, a great opportunity to get involved in many, many professional development and continuing education programs nationally in all of these different types of cultural memory organizations. So as much as anything, I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you all about this and figure out what the best way to do some kind of the equivalent of a speed dating thing for these and other kinds of fellowships and internships that the library will likely be creating.
Yes, I guess my question would be, so these would be long.
Hey, Lily.
Yes.
Can you just turn the mic towards you?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Would these be like longer term appointments? So like an entire year?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Basically be like a part-time job.
Okay, all right. So I think probably from the perspective of a lot of our students, because we have a lot of students that are distance, would be to find a way to either, if you were doing some type of event like that, to find a way to do it on either after work hours or on a weekend, to where students could travel here if they already had another part-time job or another job.
Gotcha.
Or or to have it where they could participate online, doing something via like WebEx or a blended environment.
Well, maybe if we set a specific, like.
Oh, yeah.
They have some
More info especially during the weekends, because parking isn't an issue on the weekends.
Okay.
And Sammy says hosting a workshop or networking event for those who are interested would be a good idea, and then follow up with them.
Yeah, and frequent emails to distance students. Yeah, yeah, because a lot of our distance students are still local. They're distant, they're online students, but they're still local. Like a lot of our students are within the Greensboro, Raleigh, Charlotte area. So they may be willing to travel or
to come to a thing like that. Okay,
yeah.
That would work out great. When do I know timing is everything often.
Yeah.
When is a good time in the semester for something like this? I know there's never a good time for another meeting or thing, but are students making? Do you all, if there's any rhyme or reason or trend to this, do you tend to make decisions about commitments for the fall, or this would basically start in the beginning of the fiscal year, so like in July. Are you making decisions on that now? Do you wait till the end of the semester? Is there a better time to? Should I try to get this workshop together like right away? What do y'all think?
That's a good question. I'm a last minute planner, so I'm not one of them.
Okay.
Totally last minute, because I'm thinking as a student myself.
Right, I'm hearing here ASAP, early as possible. Like, Right, because I think other people might already be committing to other.
Gotcha.
Other
That's what I would worry about.
Right. Especially people who are thinking about going into academic libraries, they might already be looking at other positions.
Exactly.
So.
Well, then maybe I'll try to get this together sooner rather than later. That's going to be as busy. We could do it on March 14th.
No, yeah, right. Just lie about the whole day. We're just making a conference.
I will. What are they saying for the people?
Faculty recommendation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, would love to do that.
And there's a request for a virtual fellowship for distance students as well.
Okay. Actually, that might be a possibility.
Actually, I was gonna say, like, if you've got like, right.
That was enthusiastic.
Right. Yeah.
Have expressed interest.
We have had students that have done virtual practicums at other academic libraries in the past. So.
I will then. I'll look at that, and maybe is Saturday or Sunday better if we do it on a weekend? And do you want to do if you do it on a weekend? Saturday.
Usually.
Anybody opposed to Saturday? Maybe a Saturday morning. Yeah. So do you want to do it? Is the evening preference still there for if you do it on a weekend, or are the weekends open?
I would say if it's a weekend, I would do it like mid-morning time.
Mid-morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not super early, but right.
Okay.
Or 10 or so.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if the people could travel, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think that would probably be.
I'll get going on it.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you giving me a little time and feedback. This is very, very helpful. I'll get this. How do I get the word out on this? Get it to Morgan or somebody?
Yeah. Yeah. If you'll get it to Morgan or me, then we can. What's that? We have to send it.
Get one?
Yeah, and if Greg Hoffman is our administrative assistant. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we corresponded with Greg.
And Greg sends everything out to our LIS listserv. So anything that we send from LISSA, we have to send to Greg, and then he forwards it.
Then I'll get with him.
So he would be the probably best one to send directly from.
Thank you very much, ladies. I appreciate the time, and
but if
always
you want
good to see you.
If you want it to go on like our Facebook and social media and stuff, then like CC Morgan on it, and we'll get it out that way too.
Okay. Yeah. Before I forget, one other thing I want to make sure, and I'll send this to Greg as well. But another sidebar is there is an upcoming. I'm starting an annual scholarly communications symposium series, and this year, at least for the first year, I don't know about the future, but for the first year, we have various campus groups that are offering sponsorships for students to attend. This is April 2nd, right after Easter. It's a Monday, and it'll be a good event. It'll include lunch, food all day long, and lots of great presentations by people coming in from all over the country on emerging developments in promotion and tenure for faculty in digital humanities, digital scholarship, that kind of thing, and library partnerships on that. So I think it'll be a really interesting event.
And it'll be here.
It'll be here.
But with other organizations.
Absolutely.
Timmy, I think that was about the thing before, yeah. Yeah, it's only. The fellowship, that's for UNCG students.
Yes.
Okay.
As opposed to other students from other areas or something? Or?
Yes. So they were asking about at other LIS schools, like at.
Yes, this would be an in-house thing, yeah. Thank you all. I appreciate the time.
Right. Thank you so much.
And always, if you have any questions for us in the library, feel free to contact me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the contacts with you guys. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Thanks.
Need to make sure we're
Awesome.
turning in the mic.
Okay. All right.
I can't rock the sweater vest like that.
Hey Lily, on the mic, on the gain, is the mic gain turned to the two little circles that are joined together?
Yes. I just turned the volume up to max on that. I did, and it went back down.
Dude,
I
WebEx
keep
adjusts
doing it.
to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's not that, even if you turn that up, it'll go back down because it's adjusting.
You need to stop controlling us.
Alright.
Yeah, just put it like, I don't know.
I'm gonna design a better Yeti.
Okay.
We're behind on.
Alright. We'll try to talk real loud.
And fast.
We should just get, we should get a microphone that we hold, like, so, wireless mic and can talk down.
Well, you're going to be talking the rest of the time, so.
That's all you. Alright. Okay, so moving on. I have a couple,
Lily, it's not picking you up at all for some reason. I don't know why.
Hi.
Goodbye.
Can you hear me?
Is it actually on?
Yes. Somebody hit the mute. No, that's not muted.
Is the on the WebEx settings? Is it turned to the Yeti mic or to the computer?
Oh, goodness.
Wait.
Could you guys hear
Before, yes.
Martin?
We could, but now it sounds all different.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I just push that together more. I don't know.
Work in progress.
Okay.
We need 2 more.
Right now, we're gonna, 7 minutes.
Okay, so reports is where we're at.
Report. So I went to the Grad Student Association meeting last week, and the 2 main things is there's still a ton of funding left that to apply for before the end of the school year, and there's still about $40,000 left in the professional development funds. They hand out, $400 to $425 at a time, so that's still like 100 or whatever people can go to conferences. So you can actually apply for this retroactively. So as long as you have your credit card statement or your ticket or whatever paperwork you have, all you have to do is fill out paperwork that's on the website. If you went to a conference in August last year, you can get reimbursed for it.
Wow.
Anything from, August of last year, I think after July 1 last year up through now and through the end of this year, you can get reimbursed for. So
if people wanted to go to ALA, they could pay for it now and then
Right. So now the way the funding works, I asked about ALA specifically because of it being in the middle of June. The school year that it goes on, and it's first come, first serve for the money is, and the way, because if you came back from ALA, you would submit all your paperwork after you got back, and then it takes about 2 weeks to get reimbursed. So by the time you get reimbursed, it would be in July, probably the first or second week of July. So that would.
Can't hear you. They're just stressing me out. I don't know what. She's right. I don't know. I'm talking really loud and right.
That's perfect. Yeah, right up to that's better.
All right. So, for ALA, since they wouldn't actually probably cut you a check until July, that would technically go on next year's fiscal funding. So you would really get first dibs on the funding at that point. Not that money has ever run out.
Hey, Lily.
There's always way too much money.
Lily, can you just kind of briefly go back over what you said? We missed a lot of it, and now we can see. So you're talking about the GSA funds?
Yes. There's about $40,000 left for professional development activities, so going to conferences. And you can apply for grants of up to $425 they will cover. And you can apply retroactively for anything that you've gone to over the past year since July 1st. So as long as you've got your paperwork, or you have to look and see, I don't remember exactly all the requirements, but it's all on their website. So anything from July 1, 2017 through now, you can apply for, and you can apply for 1 grant per year.
Yeah, and so, yeah, anything from now through, you know, June 30th or whenever. And so if you applied for one from last summer, like if you say you went somewhere in July last summer or in September and you applied for it and got reimbursed, you could also then go to ALA this summer and get paid for that too, because by the time you got back and submitted all your paperwork and got paid for it, it would go on next year. So you could really basically go to 2 conferences in the same year, but because really the funding overlaps, because of when ALA is, you could go to 2.
Okay, but you're saying that doesn't really help us.
So like,
You do
if
have to be a
anyone's
current
graduating
student.
from
If you're
ALA,
graduating in May,
you won't get anything.
you will not get any money over the summer. Right.
Okay, so we can't use that this year, basically, because it's a year forward.
If you're graduating, then no.
No, but you can apply retroactively. So as long as you fill out your paperwork, like if you went somewhere in September last year, like 2017,
Mhm.
fill out your paperwork now and send it in, and they'll give you $425.
Oh, sweet. Okay,
Like,
good.
so if you've gone to a conference at any time over the last, since July 1st of 2017, like, go on their website. Here, I'm gonna, you dropped the URL, perfect. So go there and like, fill out the paperwork, and like, they will just give you money. They will send you a check, and you'll get free money. And there's $40,000 available that has to get spent by the end of the year. So.
And I think, unless they said something differently, you're only eligible for one
per year. Per year. Correct. Correct. But because of when ALA is, because it's so close to the end of the year, like, you know, because it's so close to the end of the year, if you went somewhere this year, and then I'm saying, like, if you were to continue being a student next year, you could go to ALA and just wait to fill out your paperwork another week or so, you know, right? And then you would get to do it for next year. So, so anyway, there's also $4,000 left in the research grant award too. You can apply for grants for like your action research projects, or anything that you're doing for like anyone who's in the capstone filler class. I don't know what they're calling it. I don't know. The experimental course or whatever. If you're doing any, I don't know, impact and innovation or something. Innovation by design. Thank you, Kristen. So anyone who's in that, or if you're doing like an action research project, and you need money for anything that you're doing, you can apply for a research grant. This is like, it's primarily for people doing like their PhDs or whatever, but you can do it for action research too. And so you just submit your proposal for that, and you'll get approved, and then you buy your stuff, and then they give you money.
Hey, Lily.
$4,000 left for that.
Did they tell you how long it takes to process everything?
So I just applied, about 2 weeks. I just applied for one. I sent in all my paperwork 2 weeks ago, and I just a couple days ago heard that it was in the committee being processed, and I should hear soon. So I'll let you guys know exactly. I can tell you like when I submitted it and when I heard back.
And I just turned one in on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting.
Yeah, and you can apply for up to $1,000, but you do not have to apply for anywhere near that amount. Like if you just need $50 to pay for printing a bunch of stuff, you can apply for that. So.
You mean for the research grant?
For the research grant, right. So, all right, and then GSA is also starting sponsoring a bunch of events. I think this also has to do with them having a bunch of money left over at the end of the year. They're going to be having coffee and bagels on campus every week, once a week. So if you're around campus, you're going to have coffee and bagels. And then they're going to have trivia nights at, thank you, Morgan, Discover Non-Books, and then there's one at, I don't know what Gibbs 100 is. I've never been there.
It's a brewery.
It's a brewery, okay. So,
it's behind us there.
So they're doing trivia nights, and you just show up and make a team with other grad students. And then they're electing new officers at the next GSA meeting on March 14th, and after officers are elected, they're doing like a town hall. There's going to be a free lunch. You have to RSVP, but there will be lunch. So if you want to go meet whoever the new officers are going to be for next year.
I know. We
Yeah.
can figure that one.
Right. So, okay, so other reports for our service hours. We are at 275 hours, you guys. We only need 25 more. So get on it. Go do something. Go to a soup kitchen this weekend or something. I don't know. Morgan's got 20 more. There we go. So we're gonna have our 300 as soon as they get online and put theirs in. I do have to say, I don't know. I don't know if she wants me to call her, but Kristen, like, you can retroactively put in your hours for like from back through August. So like Kristen went in there and just suddenly put in all her hours from August up through now, and it was like 50 hours. So, but it's because so when you log it all at once, it really is like super impressive.
Good job.
So if anyone's like, if you volunteered anywhere like all year, you can go and log that. And there's going to be this reception for student excellence groups in April. Yeah, speech probably good. Yeah, it looks awesome when you put it in and you're like, wow, I did like that many service hours. Looks really good. It's a cool trophy. There's going to be like a reception on campus on April 24th. I think it's on Monday night though.
I'll be there.
So there's going to be some, I don't know if it's going to be a swanky reception. I don't really know anything about it. It's the details to come, but the flyer looks pretty cute.
Did they say anything, about how many people can come from each group?
It doesn't.
Vague, right?
No, seriously, it just says reception, 6 p.m., cone ballroom, details to come. I don't know. So, right,
Okay.
they haven't said.
We're gonna swarm the cone
Library.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we've put in a lot of service hours, so.
Also typically just implies snacks and maybe drinks.
Yeah.
So don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. Well, hey.
For like super fancy.
I like that.
Come on. Look, you got to rain on the parade over here.
I was just
Kelly.
It's not raining, it's realism.
Okay,
Snacks would be great.
So do some volunteer hours and then
Oh shit, that other thing.
come with us today.
And I have to go to that other thing.
Sorry.
Oops. What is
The town hall lunch, we're just realizing that's on the 14th, which is everything else.
I know. Everything's on the board.
I can't work that.
You'd have to go, you know what? What if you
We
went?
can do all our hours
What if
that
you
day.
took a bag, went and got the free lunch at GSA and put it in your bag, and then took it to the brown bag for here? You know?
Oh, new plan. Done.
All right. So. Okay. So what else is on the 14th? I'll just wait. All kinds of stuff.
idea. It's not to say.
Focus. It's 8:30 at night. How can anyone focus right now? Okay. So all right. So we're moving on to the laundry list of events coming up in March because there's a lot. We have a lot of stuff going on. Oh, Morgan, she's on top of it. So, so we have the Special Collections Tour. Last I heard, I think we had, about 10 people signed up?
There's 5.
Oh, 5? Oh, well, I don't know. I saw something written, so tomorrow.
We have some alumni that I think are going to attend, and they originally could not fill out the Google Doc form because of the privacy settings I had enabled. So it'll probably be somewhere between 5 and 10 people. But if you plan on coming, I'll throw the RSVP link down in the box. It is RSVPing to the Facebook event is great, but if you can RSVP to the Google Doc, that'd be awesome.
Because Kathleen wants actual numbers. She's been sending me emails and giving me reminders whenever I see her in Jackson.
So if you didn't hear that, Kathleen, who is giving the tour, wants to see the actual numbers on the Google Doc, not just Facebook. So, okay, yes, I'm going to talk to Kathleen about that. The town hall's not during spring break. It's the week after.
after spring break.
Spring break is the first week.
Yeah.
The first
Week of the 6th.
It's the 5th through the 9th
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
is where it falls.
Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, Quan is here. Cool. I'm not surprised by that at all, Joy.
Wow.
I don't think she would be surprised by that either. Okay, so on March 14th, so we have 2 events going on March 14th in addition to the GSA thing that's going on. There's a brown bag lunch with Amelia Gibson. She's going to come and talk about services in the public library for autistic persons. That's like a lunch and learn type of thing. I think it's going to be live streamed as well. So you can bring your lunch to campus or tune in on WebEx. And then that evening, we're going to do another LIS town hall. If you were at the one last fall, it's going to be pretty similar to that, or if you haven't been before, basically all the classes that night are going to be delayed. So like if your class usually starts at 5:30, we'll do the town hall at 5:30 instead, and your class will start at like 6 or 6:15. And so what we'll do is we're going to be in the hybrid room, so the Brian 114 room, so that if you want to come in person, you can, or if your class is already in that room, then you'll just be in that room, because I think there's a class already in that room that night. So you'll be in that room, and then we'll also be able to have it on WebEx and have it interactive on WebEx too. And so I think basically at the town hall, we're going to ask Dr. O'Connor to give kind of like a state of the department, like update on things that are going on in the department, plans for the future, plans for next year, and then the LISSA exec board will talk about like upcoming events and the accreditation reception and stuff that's coming up. And so everybody should be at that. So if you we're going to try to start advertising that pretty heavily. This is the first time I haven't put out the flyer yet. That'll probably be going out next week. But if you talk to any other students, make sure to hype that up and make sure they know to be there. And there's going to be another meetup. This one is in Charlotte. And that's going to be on Sunday, March 18th. It's going to be at Birdsong Brewing Company at 4 o'clock. So if you are near Charlotte or you want to go hang out in Charlotte for the afternoon, I think there is a Facebook event for that with maybe a link. Morgan, do you need to sign up to that on a Google form too, or is that a Facebook event?
Janet would like it if you RSVP'd. I'm looking for the link right now, and I'll throw it up in the chat.
Okay. So there's RSVP for that too. And then on March 25th, that's when our next meeting is going to be, and that's also when the accreditation reception is going to be. Do we have a time on that yet?
As of right now, it's scheduled for 6 to 8:30 p.m. for the accreditation reception. That is possibly going to change depending on the committee's wants and desires, but that's when the room is booked currently, and that's the time they were given. But if that changes, Greg will let us know, and otherwise we're assuming it's 6 to 8:30 p.m. for the reception, and the next meeting will be March 25th at 5.
Okay. Yeah, the reception really is on a Sunday. Yeah, so the reception really is on a Sunday from 6 to 8:30, and we're going to have our LISSA meeting. Once we have for sure that that's the time frame, we're going to have our LISSA meeting basically be right before that. So if it really starts at 6, we thought it started at 5 originally, so we were going to have our meeting at 4, but I guess if it starts at 6, maybe we'll have to move our meeting to 5. That way people don't have to be here quite so long. We'll talk about that. So you can come to the meeting, and then we'll all march over to the reception and hang out too.
And for those with Sundays that might be a little bit hectic, the reception, no matter what time it is, it's really a drop-in thing. They just want people to come. You don't have to be there the whole time. If it's 6 to 8:30, you can show up at 8 and say hi and hope there's still cookies or whatever. Or you can be there at 6 and like leave at 6:15. Or you can hang out all night, like, but there's no like you have to be there.
Yeah, and if anybody, I know, like, I have an extra bedroom at my house. I know some other people, like, you know, probably have a couch or maybe a bed or something. So if you're traveling really from out of town and you want to come and you like, you know, just reach out to us. We may be able to, I think we had talked at one point about starting some kind of, like, ride share or, like, couch share, you know, dock or something for people to figure out people to stay with. So just kind of reach out. I'm sure there's other students that are in the area that you can, you know, grab a couch to sleep on or something for that night. Just so you don't have to drive back super late if you're kind of far away. Couch, but yeah. So, okay, because we definitely want as many people as possible to be at that reception. That's really the goal, is to get as many people as we can there. And then Kelly had the, what?
Get me to take that one.
The literacy breakfast. I have no idea what's going on with the literacy
Okay.
breakfast. I'm going to move this over because I have no idea what this is.
Can you hear me? This is Kelly.
Speak louder into the microphone.
Every time we move it, it gets quieter. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, groovy. So there's a literacy breakfast fundraiser that happens through Reading Connections every spring, and that one's coming up. I do not have the date in front of me, but it's sometime in early to mid-April. It's like a Thursday. It's early in the morning, like 7:30 to 9:30 before people with money and full-time jobs go to work. And one of our current LIS students, Brandy, I'm going to mess up her last name, Ragafani, Brandy, she volunteers with them. I think her mom's on their board. So she emailed LISSA seeing if anyone would be interested in volunteering or if LISSA could sponsor a table. LISSA cannot sponsor a table right now because it's like $1,000. But I've been emailing back and forth with her some about volunteering needs or information, and what I just heard back from her today is that most of Reading Connections volunteer needs have been met, but they're looking for a very specific volunteer, which is someone who would be interested in coordinating the centerpieces. So if anyone loves floral arrangement or knows a florist or a farmer and wants to do that, let me know. But other than that, they're good on volunteers for now. And Brandy might still have seats at her table, though, if anyone wants to attend. I think the ask is that attendees donate, I think it's $50 is kind of the general push, at least, because it's 10 seats per round, and there's a little over 1,000 per table. So, yeah. So there is pressure to donate and contribute. I don't know how many. Is everyone familiar with Reading Connections? They're the Guilford County Triad Area Literacy Center. So they work with ESOL students and adult literacy learners and have a program in some of the prisons. So they do good work. It's related to what we do in libraries. And this is kind of the literacy centers across the state all do these literacy leadership breakfast fundraiser things in the spring. And so if you are interested in that, you can email me directly and I can pass that on. Otherwise, we're going to see if people that do LISSA next year can get information and on board earlier so that LISSA can actually participate in a more active way. Goodbye, Mike.
All right. Can everybody hear me still?
You got it, dude.
Yay. Okay. So I got an email today about UNCG is partnering with well, several groups from UNCG. Housing Residence Life, campus activities and programs are partnering with the city of Greensboro on an event. It's Better Together UNCG and Glenwood Open Streets event. And it's on March 24th, though. They're looking for it says 10 to 12 student organizations to each organization to, I think they want each organization to come up with some kind of like carnival game or activity or something for this like festival. And so you would, I guess, come up with what kind of activity you want to do, and then staff it with some volunteers. And how long it's from 2 to 6 that day. Face paint, yeah. So, do you know how to face paint, Allison?
Yeah, I can't do that.
I don't know how to face paint.
I could wing it.
Go wing it. I would love to see what comes out of that, Kelly.
I'll be like, I want to look like Batman. I'll be like, Firefly.
She would hate you. I hate you.
So, if that's something we're interested in doing, they're looking for student groups to be involved with that and as a collaborative thing. My only
a cakewalk, you walk in a circle and it's like musical chairs.
But with cake.
You win cake.
Oh.
Instead of like you're the last person.
I'll be the last person.
Lily, do you think that we could, like, if this is something we were seriously considering doing, like, we could take some activities that y'all do in the self-design studio?
Maybe.
Like maybe like green screen or.
Oh, that'd be cool.
A breakout box.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or Oobleck. Oobleck is
yeah,
really popular.
The carnival.
Yeah, I could ask.
What we can do.
Yeah, we could ask what kind of stuff. Yeah, green screen would be really cool.
I mean, I don't know what the because the only problem I see with green screen is getting the kids the pictures because I don't know about the Wi-Fi.
I don't think we'd have a way to like save their pictures.
Right.
We could do the giant.
We could upload it to like a Google Drive after the event and give them, a link to it or something. But
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Would Oobleck be hard to do? Because I know the kids at Science Everywhere loved Oobleck.
Oh. Yeah, we could get a kiddie pool, and there was somebody at Science Everywhere did a kiddie pool, and they filled it full. They made non-Newtonian fluid in it, and you could run on it. Like you got barefoot and you could run across it.
That's cool.
You didn't sink in it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What a non-Newtonian fluid is where if you
it's like a solid and
it's where as long as you're like hitting it quickly, then you don't sink into it. It's solid. But if you like stand on it, then you sink into it like a liquid. Super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we would have to just seriously consider how busy our March is already.
So that's my only concern is that it is the day before the accreditation reception.
Yeah.
So that's my concern is like
that would be fun though.
Oh wait, because it's the 25th is the next.
Yeah, and this would be on the 24th.
That would be like a library weekend for me. A lot going on.
Right. So that was my concern. I don't know, would we be able to get enough volunteers for it? Would it be too much? Like, would people be willing to come to campus on Saturday and then come back to campus on Sunday? So,
I would lean towards that would be too much for accreditation, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I just, because it is a really great time to build partnerships with that neighborhood, but we just have so much going on.
Right. Yeah. So
I wonder if there's any way that if we can't do a booth or table, if we could have like a flyer or a something there.
Or we could even, I could ask her if, even if we don't sponsor a specific activity, if she could let us know if they need just like extra volunteers in case there's anyone who just feels like volunteer. I don't know. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know what would, yeah, it's hard with, sometimes with the stuff around campus, like, it's like, what all do we get involved in? Because I also got another email, they wanted me to come talk about our group to the Student Government Association, and I was like, I'm not going to do that, because I don't have any undergraduate students, I'm not wasting my time to go and talk about.
But Lily, they might be future librarians. No, that's understandable.
Do you want to go talk to the student?
Nope.
Government?
That's a big old no.
Exactly. So. Right.
I mean, I could go do it.
Kelly will do it.
Do it, Kelly.
But what I was going to say,
you have to tell them you're willing
thing.
to do it, and then they just assign you to a random Tuesday.
Forward me the email.
Okay.
Okay,
All
but
right.
I'm just imagining back to the 24th thing, that if we had told Greg that LISSA was doing this thing, he'd like get night sweats and panic that no one would be there Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Well, maybe something to keep in mind, like in the future, maybe if they do this next year or something. Right. Okay.
You told me you would come tonight.
I'm fine.
He didn't
Yes.
come.
I'm fine with not doing it. I'm totally fine.
I'm sad, but I'm okay with it.
Right.
I'm at a wedding that day, so I won't be here.
Okay.
If anyone really wants, you can always just go attend it.
It's not happening.
All right.
Thanks.
Do business.
If you want to go do carnival games, you can just go.
Thanks, Lily.
Okay. So, all right. The last couple of things that we need to talk about. Constitution revisions. I don't know how many people saw the email about the new Constitution and the revisions on it. We highlighted. Do you have the? Can you screen share it? There we go. Can we like go through this? Can we zoom in on it?
What do you want?
Can we zoom in? Yeah. Okay.
How do you want?
So if you saw this, I don't know, I guess, if you saw this and you have any concerns or anything that you want to add or anything you think needs to be revised before we put it to a vote over the next week, then you can voice that now, I guess. If there's anything you think needs to be changed before we put it up to vote.
I can make a comment.
Or do you want us to go through and like explain what the changes are if you haven't had a chance to look it over, and we can kind of go through and explain the changes.
You want that?
That one. All right.
You want that right now?
Or the basic
Yeah,
an
like
overview
not
of okay.
in depth, but I'm pretty sure
Okay.
there are other people with jobs who didn't look over it because they didn't have time.
Wow, I worked 2 jobs. Don't even try.
I mean, are you
Did you look
I
at-
highlighted it.
You were like.
Okay, we're gonna do
Alright.
a brief overview.
All right, I'm pulling up on my computer too. All right, so the essential, Melissa did a really good job of highlighting all the really essential changes of what this is compared to our old Constitution. We updated what we referred to it in the document. So our acronym is now UNCG LISSA or just LISSA. Before it used to be like ALA/LISSA. No one ever called it that, so we mixed that out and updated the acronym to reflect what we actually call it ourselves. We've updated our membership. Is now open to all UNCG students, faculty, and staff, and that reflects a requirement through campus activities and programs for all student groups. It used to be only open to LIS students, and now it's open to anybody. Let's see, meetings shall be held regularly as defined by the executive committee. There used to not be a definition about what regular meant, and we've decided that the executive committee will determine that each year. We've officially updated that we're going to have 2 first-year representative positions, one distance representative position and an on-campus representative. We used to just have 1, and then this past year we just kind of decided to have 2, and now it's official. We're going to put it in the Constitution because we think that it's essential to have 2. And let's see, we updated the responsibilities sections for all the different positions.
Especially the president.
I went through and highlighted like specifically a lot of things that the president is required to do because there's a lot of things that the president of any student association is required to do that are UNCG related requirements. And so, like, I highlighted all of those just so people would be aware if they were, like, applying for that position, like, those are all things you have to do, so you know. And we highlighted which positions are open to main campus students and which positions can be open to distance students as well. And I think the only positions that are main campus only are the president and the vice president because of some of the duties that require you to actually be on campus, like volunteering for new student orientation and attending faculty meetings in person and attending registration meetings for the group and stuff like that. So the president and the vice president do have to be main campus, but all the other positions can be distance students. And then the first year representative will have one main campus and one distance student. Yeah, because the president can make deposits as well, and they can sign things electronically. So the advisor, now we just added that the advisor is responsible for supporting the group via WebEx. And let's see, we added stuff about keeping the listserv up to date. LISSA membership now is, so this is a big thing that we changed. It used to be that membership in LISSA was established by just being an LIS student, so by admission to the LIS department. But to reflect, again, campus activities and programs guidelines, LISSA membership now is established by joining as a member through Spartan Connect. So that is kind of one of the major changes. And let's see, oh, and then the nominations and elections process, we kind of outlined more specifically what that would be. So that's all written out there. We updated the amount that treasurer is allowed to disperse without having it signed for. So that's $100. Anything over $100, they have to get signed by the rest of the executive committee, or approved by the executive committee or the faculty advisor. And yeah, and the Constitution and bylaw amendments have to be announced, and members have to be given a week to vote on them. So,
See, they had to be announced.
so
What? We send
this is what we changed. Yeah, this is what we changed. So, yeah,
It was announced.
it was announced.
It's in your inbox. So announced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you want to
Did you want a phone call?
Like yell.
It was also announced on Facebook too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Did I? I'm
But I'm glad we went over it.
Okay. So those are the main changes. If anybody has anything that strikes them that they feel like
We need to change again.
that we need to change again or add to it, now is the time. Otherwise, starting tomorrow, this is going to be on Spartan Connect, and it will be available to vote yes or no to the new Constitution on Spartan Connect. And it will be up for a week. So starting tomorrow through next Friday the 2nd, you will have a week to log into Spartan Connect. There, I think it pops up as a big banner that says, hey, there's an election going on. And you click the I vote yes or I vote no button.
You figured
And
that out?
that's done. I think I figured it out. I think so.
Does there have to be a certain
I'm gonna try it.
amount
Pretty sure I
of
figured it out.
voting?
Hold on. I think that, I don't know, I think it's just a majority of how many people vote, right?
Okay, so like if four say
I don't
yes.
think,
Words of
yeah, I don't think it's that so many people have to vote on it. Yeah, I think
Okay, I
it's
wasn't
just
sure if there was a
majority.
certain percentage that it cut
I don't think that was written into the previous constitution about how many. I think it was just a simple majority, so, of how many people voted. Oh, before it was, that's right, that's what we were changing, is that before it was how many people voted at a meeting. You had to be present at the meeting to vote, and so that's why we were changing that, because that's not really,
Lily, are you gonna so you're doing the voting on Spartan Connect, is that correct?
I can put it up tomorrow.
Okay, can you just send me the link?
Will you remind me if I forget?
Yeah. Yes, I will.
Thanks.
And then if you send me a link, do you want me, I'll put it on Facebook, but do you also want me to send it out in an email for Greg to send out? I just feel like I'm spamming people. I just want to make sure I'm being as...
I know, and So I think I can also send an email only to the people on Smart Connect.
Yeah, do that, and then I'll put it out on Facebook.
I'm pretty sure I can do that. We usually don't do it because it's only, we only have like, I think 60 or 65 members compared to the, how many, 350 students in the program. But since only those people will be allowed to vote, then
Right. Okay.
I think I can email just those people.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we're in the process of feeling that we're almost done with it. I think we're submitting an application for ALA's like Student Chapter of the Year award. I don't know that we'll win it or not, but I don't know. Why not? Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to do it.
I don't even want to hear it.
We're trying. The part that I'm working on that.
Oh, wait, hold on. I just wanted to throw in there in case people weren't aware. If we get this, what do we win?
We win $1,000 for our group to go to ALA.
Woo!
So like buses, people renting a bus or like, a couple hotel rooms or something, like we win $1,000 to help get students to ALA.
Is that specifically what it's for?
Yes, specifically for transporting your group to ALA. So, and our group has done some really awesome things this year, and we really have met like a lot of the things you get points for the application. So we're trying to get it done. It's a lot of stuff to fill out. But what I need help with on the part that I'm working on, I started filling it out, is I need examples of cool, awesome things that students have done, particularly any like awards you've been given or like presentations you've given, conferences you've presented at, professional development you've done, like if you've gone to a conference. So if you went to NCLA last year, or if you volunteered at NCLA last year, or if you've gone to a conference, presented anything, if you've been given any kind of award, nominated for anything, like shoot me an email, let me know what it was.
And it's for the 16-17 academic year?
17-18, I think. Right?
Yeah, because I think
Yeah,
the only thing you
it's
need
for
is
this current year.
comparisons to 16-17.
Yeah. But I think as long as you're a current member, it could be anything you've done while you've been in the program. So.
Okay, so like if you won an award last
year.
If you
won an award or at any point during your tenure at UNCG, like send me that stuff. That would be awesome and really helpful. So, because I can list the stuff that I know of people I know, like officers, but I don't know everybody and everything everyone's done. So.
Do we establish if scholarships count? Like I know, like I think like Allison's and Hannah's scholarship to SNCCO would count, but like departmental scholarships, like to go to school.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's not super specific, but
okay.
Oh yeah, I would think so. As long as people feel like comfortable sharing that, yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, anything like that, I'm fine with putting down whatever. I mean, if they say it doesn't count, whatever. It's better to have it in there, I think, than you can't get points for stuff you didn't include, right? So.
Amen. Preach it, sister.
I think that'd be fine. And any professional development, and if you are on a committee for anything, any organization on campus or through any other group, if you've served on a committee anywhere, like Kelly, you do book reviews or you're on Rainbow Books or something, right? So. Yeah.
Lily, if I'll put this on social media, but do you want me to put your email up to have people send you stuff directly?
Yeah, my email is fine. Yeah, I was gonna ask if that's fine, or if you think we should do like a I don't know, a Google sheet where people can just add their information.
Yeah, I could do a Google poll thing and just have like an open-ended question, I guess.
That's a good idea. Like a fill in the blank.
Yeah. Or if we did like a, Right, and just just a, what's your name?
Yeah, and I could link out to information about the award that way. I should be able to pull that together either today.
And then that'd be great. Yeah, I think we're gonna get that information from the accreditation. We're gonna get that too. Yeah, a Google form, that would be great. Yeah. Awesome.
I will do that. Google form it is.
That's perfect. Awesome. So and the only other thing I have is new officer elections. I don't know if we need to talk about a timeline for that yet, or I forgot. I know we talked about it the other day and I forgot. If we need to start discussing that, or if we're doing that at the next meeting. Like officers, for new officers, like when are the elections need to go up?
Meeting next Monday?
I don't know.
Didn't we say every Monday in February?
Yeah, but that was to write the thing when we finished.
Yeah. I don't know. I forgot.
That's me too.
All right. Well, so maybe we need to maybe discuss that further. Maybe that's something we don't need to discuss with.
Next meeting is the whole thing.
I think that's too long to wait to start. Because we need, 2 weeks for people to vote and 2 weeks for nominations, though? So we want the new officers to be able to run the April meeting up.
Yeah, we did it on the 25th. That's pushing it all the way to the end of the semester.
Okay, well, so we'll have an officers meeting to maybe get the nomination forms out. So
be thinking about that.
the main point is start thinking about, we can do another officers meeting on Monday if everyone still has it on their calendar.
I will be in the TRC. I am.
Yeah, fine.
Come to me.
So just be aware that officer elections are going to be coming up over the next couple of months, and everybody is graduating on the officer board except for Melissa and Allison. So they'll be eligible to move into new positions, and all the other positions are going to be open too. So we're going to need lots of new officers. So if you're interested in running, or you know anyone who might be interested in running, or you want to nominate people, keep that in mind, and keep an eye on your email box, because once those nomination forms go out, I think you'll have 2 weeks to nominate people. So keep a lookout for that. And I think that's it. Does anyone else have anything else they want to talk about? Look, it's 9:03.
Good job, guys.
7 minutes.
Nailed it.
Any questions from online?
Yeah. Any extra questions for anybody?
The hiccup.
Maybe we could help.
Nice timeline. We probably could have finished.
We should do a timeline every time. I don't know why I haven't been putting times every meeting.
Because you were so excited.
We do this every time now.
You guys want to go to Old
Alright.
over there?
Sorry, what's that?
Alright, so thank you everybody for joining us online.
They're $2.
And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening.
Good job, guys.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming in late.
Lily, this is not LISSA related.
Should we stop recording?
Allison, can you send me a WebEx link for Monday's meeting? Yes, I will do that, Allison. In fact, I'll do it right now while I'm thinking about it, so don't leave. Don't shut the WebEx. Hold on.
So we're just going to turn off the recording.
Yeah, that's on.
Yeah, it's stop. Do we need to?